Hello. How is everyone? Come on, let's get it going. How is everyone doing today? Hello, hello. Hello. Long time no see. Hey, I am not going to be long today. So I am helping my church out. We have an event this week because it's our spring break, and it's called Faith in Action. And so it's a spring break camp. And so I've been helping them this week. And so we've been dealing with faith. And we did we did a faith walk. So our minister's been talking to the children about faith, and he had them get blindfolded, and they were listening to you had to listen to the person's voice. And so he had me come in and give directions as well while the young lady was giving. And so there was a point where whosever voice she heard, she would move. And, I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring that to the chat today. And I wanted to talk about, but it was funny because one of our little busy children, she asked me if I could be her fake mama. She was like, what she did was so paramount to me, because she was like, hey, I can't see. And so she kind of tried to tilt her head back and look through the blindfold. And I said, that's how we are with our faith sometimes, that we have the word, we know which way to go, but we're like, okay, God, you're not moving fast enough. Okay, God, you're not making this happen. I don't see you at work. I'm doing all this, and this, and I see no residual, no reciprocity for my faithfulness to you. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just do it my way. And so that just resonated with me. And I was like, we talk about faith, but it's one of those things. How do you activate it? How do you mature it from being like this little kid? Like, I don't want to trip. I don't, we put the mask on her and she was like, I can't, y'all didn't cover my nose. I can't breathe. Like, you feel like you're suffocating sometimes when you are trying to walk out your faith. And so I just wanted to leave us with a couple of really quick strategies for operating in your faith and for maturing your faith. Because, let me see if I can. I'm sorry. I've had a horrible day at work, but God is faithful. I'm not going to say horrible. It was busy. Let me be more mindful. It was a busy day at work. So I didn't get to really do all the things I wanted to do. And so we all are given the same measure of faith. And that's said in Romans 12:3, and it says, let me read it to you. It says, God has assigned each of us a measure of faith. Hold on. I didn't click on this, giving all these versions. Hold on. Let me slide down here so I can actually read one all the way. Okay. In the NIV, it says, for by the grace given me, I shall to every one of you. Do not think of yourself more highly than you ought to, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment in accordance with the faith God has distributed each of you. So we all have been given a measure of faith, but when you start to operate in your faith, it becomes a mature faith. And so the way to mature your faith is, of course, prayer. Prayer is always going to be our avenue. The more we talk to God, the more we will develop a relationship with him, the more we will be able to trust him. You know, it's just like our children, you know, or even our confidence. The more we trust, start talking to a person and sharing with the person like a therapist or whatever, the more you talk, the more comfortable you get. And so the same is with our prayer life with God, which will help build our faith. The next thing is, of course, to study the Bible. You know, we can talk to God all we want, but sometimes we try to treat God like he's a genie in a bottle. I'm just going, when times get hard, I'm just going to rub the genie. I'm going to just start praying. No, when you have that active prayer life, then it will, and you incorporate that with studying the scriptures. When you study the scriptures, you can implement the promises that God has said, because they are true. His promises are true to us. And so now you got your prayer life. You're giving God back your, Lord, you said that you would do these things. Lord, you said this. And so we start feeding him back that, and then also reflecting. When you reflect, and you'll be able to apply your faith as well. When you start to reflect over your own life, and then you will start to see that this wasn't me. This wasn't me at all. And it made me think about the widow with Elijah, when she said, I'm gonna just eat this cake, and my son and I are gonna eat this little cake, and we're gonna die. And he said, yeah, okay, but feed me first. Can you imagine the type of faith she had to have to know that this was truly a man of God, and that if she took care of the man of God, that God will bless her. And so we have to have that same level of boldness as we exercise our faith. And I don't care what it's for. Whatever you're asking God and praying for God for, we just have to learn to exercise our faith and believe that his promises are true. They're not just some things that were said in the Old Testament, but his promises are true even to us today. So that was, like I said, it was just going to be a quick chat because I have been busy at work today. So I love each and every one of you, and I thank you for joining me in this journey of trying to bring forth God's word and apply it to everyday living. And I'm Monique, and I'm just trying to give you something from my heart to your ears. I'll chat with you all next week if God says the same. All right, bye.